college debt is crushing many young people who can't seem to get out from under the huge amount of money that they owe for college loans. According to Forbes Magazine, the average amount of student debt is about $38,000. Carolee McGrath sat down with Robin Rondeau, a senior financial aid counselor at Holyoke Community College, Rodrigo Valdiviezo-Salazar, a student at Holyoke Community, and Matthew Farkas, a portfolio manager at Germain Investments in Springfield, to learn different options for students and their parents.
I'm at HCC and I am participating in a program that's called Pathways, and as well as mass transfer. I'm looking to go to a 4-year school, mostly because I want to be able to be on the cutting edge of the developments with CRISPR. I'm extremely inspired by the research that has shown that, we can probably solve the HIV epidemic across the world, that we can be able to cure cancer like if it was, a bad cold. So I'm inspired by these new revelations when it comes to this new biotechnology, and I want to be able to study it and help it be able to develop into something that can make a tangible difference in this world.
So you chose HCC, and you're talking about the Pathways program. So you want to go to 4-year
Yes.
school. Obviously, it's a lot of money. This was a good financial decision for you?
Yeah, luckily, I tell my friends, luckily I'm poor enough so that they give me good financial aid. The fact is, I'm not paying anything right now for the semester. I did have to for the summer because I applied late to financial aid, and I had to work, and I had to pay $600 to be able to attend some classes during the summer. But right now, I'm pretty set. I have a nice 3.5. I have an above 3.5 GPA. So that means if I can't get a good scholarship to go to a good private university, I can still go to a really good state university, a public university.
And you're thinking about BU, I think you said.
BU is one of the universities I do want to go to.
Okay, so this was obviously a good financial decision for Rodrigo, and I think a lot of parents who are thinking about sending their kids off to college, as something that's necessary almost these days to get a job, community colleges are coming so much more into play now as a good financial option, even for kids who want to go on for 4 years. Yes. Would you find that?
Yeah, and I actually recommend to a lot of my friends and families that I meet with that they think about this as an option, whether Holyoke Community or any of the other community colleges in the area or across the state. There's a lot of agreements, transfer compact agreements with them. So it's, sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's a great opportunity for them to save a lot of money. There's a lot of debt that happens. We at Holyoke Community only have about 25% in loan debt, but you can save 25, 35% if you do the transfers compacts with the state universities. So I think a lot of students and families don't want to go to community college because there's always been this stigma against it. But nowadays, with the transfer compacts, it's an awesome opportunity to save money and to start out with less debt than you could have done in.
And I think a lot of people are changing their minds on that. But speaking of debt, I got to bring in my finance guy, right? So the average student loan debt for kids is around $37,000. That even sounds low to me, because I hear so many stories from family members who are coming out with a lot more than that. How do you even begin to tackle it? And you're a young guy, you're a millennial, so you went to a 4-year school. What's your advice for parents?
Yeah, it's a very pressing problem, college debt, and it's very topical to me. I have 2 young children that are 3 and 5, so I'm already starting to think about ways to finance their education. And I think the key is it really comes down to a lot of key planning. And in my view, really first, parents should be thinking about saving for their retirement, because ultimately, if you went to a bank and said you want a retirement loan, that's not going to happen. But there are financing options out there in order to attend a college or university. But if you're in the fortunate position where you can save enough for retirement and then you have additional money to set aside, is really to save early and save often for your child's education. And every little bit helps, and the earlier you can start, the better. So even if it's just, $50 a month or $100 a month or whatever you can do into an investment option. It's a 529 plan, which is a tax advantage way to finance someone's education. I would really encourage the viewers to explore that option if they're in that position.
So if you have a client, though, who maybe hasn't saved as much, and they do want to do they're thinking about the 4-year option for their child, and they say, okay, well, such and such is 60 grand. We don't have the money. I mean, what do you do? Do you recommend that they take a year off to work, that they go to community college? I mean, how would you advise me if I came to you and said, I don't have enough money and I'm still trying to get into retirement? How would you advise me?
Yeah, unfortunately, there are no easy answers to this, and it really comes down to making some hard decisions. So whether that is, the community college, I think is a very, it's a great cost-effective option to finance your education. Right. Do 2 years at a very reduced rate, and then as Rodrigo was planning, do another 2 years at a 4-year public institution or private institution, and you end up with that diploma. I think that is definitely an option. Of course, everyone that's planning to send their child to school should be, do as much planning as they can do. Fill out the FAFSA application, even if you don't think that you would qualify financial aid. It does make sense to fill out the FAFSA application, because you might be surprised by what aid comes your way. Right. So explore all the quote unquote free ways that you can through grants, scholarships. Really exhaust all those options, and then after that has been exhausted, then look towards the financing route by taking out student loans.
And certainly considering like a state school as opposed to, some other big name school, if you're all going to end up in the same place, sometimes, jobs, I mean, as long as you have a good GPA, you've got a great GPA, people, and a good personality in that interview, you're going to have a good chance of getting hired. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, people in my industry and others, at a certain point, where you went to school no longer really matters. Right. It does help maybe get your foot in the door, but from then it's really the person and their personality, as you said, and their work ethic that pulls people ahead.
Okay, and so Rodrigo, we're expecting big things from you. You've got a lot on your plate, but what are you hearing from some of your friends who are struggling to pay for school? This is obviously a very big issue for your age group.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact that there are multiple levels of problems when it comes to being able to pay with students. And so it's not just simply the price of college, also the fact that the cost of living has gone up, and it hasn't gone up with wages. So for example, I said this earlier, most jobs are minimum wage. The fact is I don't have a degree, so the job that I qualify for is a minimum wage job. If I work full time, I make $1,400 an hour. They say rent should be 1/3 of that. That's $450. That doesn't exist. You can find studio apartments at the cheapest, $900.
So kids are having a difficult time paying for college and, getting a job and
what I'm saying
finding
is,
a place to work.
for example, being able to, even for parents that are in the same situation, being able to save for your kids, being able to put money aside, that many times isn't an option. Many times you have to go and you have to ask for loans to be able to afford groceries. So it's student debt on top of many other problems.